In today's task, we are going to be working with percents. So I'm going to give you just a quick reminder of how we work with percents and do the math with percents. So if we want to take the percent of an item, the first thing that we need to remember is that we can't multiply with percents without turning them into decimals. And there's actually multiple ways that we can do this. We can do some things with proportions and some other options. So if you say you know another way to work with percents, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're wrong. I'm just going to give you one quick option today. So if we want to find 25% of $300, okay, so to be able to find the percent of an amount, we need to multiply these two things together. And the key is that we can't leave this as a percent. We need to turn it into a decimal. So one way to do that is to just know that you want to move the decimal point, which we don't see, but it's right here, 2 places to the left. So we're going to shift this 1 and then 2. So that makes this a 0.25. The other option is that on your calculator, you can actually do a percent. And to do that, you'll hit 25. And then if you look right above the parenthesis here, the open parenthesis in light blue, you'll see a percent symbol. So to access that, you'll hit second and then percent sign equals. Okay, which still gives you 0.25. Okay, so if I want to find 25% of 300, I'm going to do 300 times 0.25. Okay, so I can do 300 times 0.25, okay, which gives me 75. Now, if it's something that I know I'm spending 25% or there's 25% off, this amount doesn't tell me how much is coming off. This just tells me the amount that makes up the 25%. Okay, so maybe if I read something that tells me I've spent 25% of $300, to find out how much money I have left, I'll then need to take 300 and subtract off the $75 that I spent, which will leave over $225. Okay, so in a second, you're going to look at a story problem. Keep in mind that with story problems, that does not mean you need to write an equation. Okay, this story problem that you're about to look at does not require an equation. You just need to look at multiple steps. The other thing that's going to come up is that it's going to say something about something being 1/3 or 1/4 or 2/5. Okay, it will be like 1/3 of $300. Okay, it's the same idea, but because this isn't a percent, you don't need to change anything into a decimal. So you can literally just take 300 and then multiply it times 1/3 to find out that value. Good luck.